Welcome, beloved. If you've ever felt shaken by life, by betrayal, by loss, or by the sheer unpredictability of our world, today's verse is for you. Let's dive into Isaiah 54 verse 10 and rediscover the unshakable love of God. Isaiah 54 verse 10. Though the mountains be shaken and the hills be removed, yet my unfailing love for you will not be shaken, nor my covenant of peace be removed, says the Lord, who has compassion on you. Isaiah 54 is part of what scholars call Second Isaiah, chapters 40 through 55, written during the Babylonian exile. Imagine this: God's people were broken. Their temple was destroyed. They were ripped from their land and scattered. Their identity, their hope, their very understanding of God's favor, shaken to the core. But Isaiah 54 is not a word of judgment. It is a love letter. It follows directly after Isaiah 53, where the suffering servant, whom Christians understand as a prophecy of Jesus Christ, bears the iniquity of many. Now comes the shift. God is speaking as a restorer, a husband reclaiming his bride, a father soothing his exiled children. The image of mountains and hills being shaken would have been vivid to the Israelites. In the ancient Near East, mountains symbolized stability, permanence, and divine presence. Yet even if these symbols of strength crumbled, God's covenant of peace remains immovable. Let's break it down. Though the mountains be shaken. This speaks to disaster, whether emotional, spiritual, or literal. Maybe the world you built is collapsing. But God says, even then, yet my unfailing love for you will not be shaken. The Hebrew word used here for unfailing love is chesed, a deeply powerful term that implies loyal, steadfast, covenantal love. This isn't emotional whimsy. It's commitment. It's the kind of love that keeps showing up, even when you don't. Nor my covenant of peace be removed. This covenant of peace, or shalom, isn't just the absence of conflict. It's a deep, soul-level wholeness, healing in the places where we've been torn apart. And this declaration is sealed with a reminder of God's compassion. The Hebrew root word for compassion, racham, is related to the word for womb. That's the intensity of care we're talking about, a nurturing, protective, tender love. Friend, maybe your life feels like a series of earthquakes, marriage problems, illness, job loss, loneliness, anxiety. Isaiah 54 verse 10 doesn't deny those realities. It acknowledges them. The mountains will shake. The hills might be removed. But here's the good news: God's love is not attached to your circumstances. His covenant with you isn't bound to your perfection, it's bound to his compassion. He's not pacing the floor of heaven, wondering if he should give up on you. He made a covenant of peace, a forever promise that stands when everything else falls. So the next time your soul trembles under the weight of the unknown, whisper this truth: though the mountains be shaken and the hills be removed, yet his unfailing love for me will not be shaken. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And in the comments, tell me, what mountain in your life needs to be surrendered to the God whose love never fails? Stay anchored in his love.